Okay. Alright. Can you guys see me okay? I hope so. I know there's a delay, so I'm doing my best. But alright. Yay! Okay, so yes, y'all can see me. Can you hear me? Everything good? Thumbs up? Alright. So I'm crazy enough to do this live tutorial and kind of a review too on the Freetress Sapphire wig. This is a synthetic wig, but you can put heat on it. And I have worn this wig for years. I'm wearing it right now. I've been wearing this for at least, I think it's been about 10 years. It's crazy. But for those of you who haven't seen me before, hi, I'm Valerie Nicole, and I am a licensed senior cosmetologist for the state of Maryland, and I also work 100% from home, and I don't even have to do hair anymore. What? If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments. I'll give you that information. But for today, we are going to talk about this wonderful wig. Right now, she needs some love. Okay, boo-boo over here, she needs some love. But this is an old Sapphire wig, and I used to throw these out the minute they started to get that little frizz on the ends. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But I learned that there is a way to refresh it. So first things first, I do not disturb the wig too much. If it got tangled, if it looks a little crazy, I don't do anything to it while it's wet. But you definitely want to start off with a nice clean wig. Okay, so you're either going to want to brush it before you shampoo it or after you shampoo it and it's dry. But you definitely do not want to start brushing it while it's wet. And if it's all tangled up and everything like this, relax, give it some love. So I'm going to take my trusty brush. Now this one's already been shampooed, and yes, just like this, she's all tangled, she's old, like nobody loves her no more. It's okay. So all I'm going to do is just kind of take sections. I forgot my butterfly clips. Any butterfly clips up there? I forgot those. Silver clips, something. But you're just going to take it in sections. I use my hands for everything. Even with my hair, a lot of times I just use my hands. But you'll take it, start at the bottom, just kind of make sure it's going to be detangled. It's really easy to straighten her out, whether it's a fresh, brand new one or not. So I want to show you, even when you think that Sapphire is out for the count, honey, no. Oh, I'm sorry. And for those of you who have followed me on various social media and you've been watching my videos and you've been subscribing here, hi guys. I know it's been a while. Thank you so much for staying a part of this. I really appreciate it. I'm back. And I promised y'all this video, so I said I'm doing it live, honey. Okay, what is this foam, piece of foam or something? I don't know. I have a whole bag of these. It's crazy. Alright. Boom. Alright. So for those of you that don't know much about Sapphire, you want to know more about this wig, how it's shaped, whether or not it's got baby hair, whether or not it's got straps and all that kind of stuff, I did a full video on that, so you definitely want to go and check that out. I'm going to have another video coming out about how exactly do you shampoo a wig, especially when it's synthetic, because you treat that completely differently than you do with a wig that is human hair. You're not going to do the same things. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a glimpse of that. I like to shampoo my synthetic wigs in either baby shampoo, or I will, what else do I use? It's normally baby shampoo. Sometimes I'll use like a clarifying shampoo. Alright, so It just depends on whether or not I put any product on it. But more often than not, I use baby shampoo, and I just fill up a basin of water, pour a little bit of baby shampoo in that, swish it through, I'm done. You can also use a mild laundry detergent like Woolite. Is really good because you got to remember your synthetic wigs, it's not hair, it's fabric. So you can just dip it in there, swish it through, and then rinse it out. You may have to do it twice. Again, it depends on whether or not you put product in your wigs. I personally do not recommend putting products in a synthetic wig. I know already there are going to be some people telling me, no, I want to do it this way. I don't care. That's just how I feel about it. Because when you put things like oil sheen and products meant for hair on a synthetic wig, the oils and the sheen and everything tends to bead up, and you can see those beads coming down the strand, and you can tell. You're like, honey, that's fake. That's a synthetic. So that's why I don't do anything but Control Wig. Comes in a white bottle with a red top, and I think it's got red, yellow, and white. I'll show you that in another video, because I'm not going to use that today. When I straighten these out, I'm going to show you what I use with that. I've got my magic potion right here. But after I shampoo them, I rinse them out, then I condition them. But again, you got to remember it's fabric, so I don't use actual hair conditioner. I typically use, y'all ready for this? I don't know if I want to give away my secret. Alright, I'm going to tell y'all. I use fabric softener. But what I do is I don't buy a traditional smelling fabric softener where your hair is going to end up smelling like fresh clothes. I typically buy something that smells like a conditioner would. So here is my absolute favorite. I'm going to show y'all my bottle. Boom, boom, snuggle. I love this. This is the Exhilarations Island Hibiscus and Rainflower. Oh my gosh, when you open this up, it smells nice and fruity and tropical. It doesn't really smell like a traditional fabric softener. So I will fill the basin back up with water, pour maybe about a half a capful of this in there, and then I will swish the wig through, let it sit for a few minutes, and then rinse it out with cold water, like that. So once I'm done with that, I let them drip dry, and then I just when they're dry completely, normally it dries overnight. If it's either all the way dry or even if it's still slightly damp, I can move on from there. But you don't want it soaking wet. So I'm going to take this and we're going to straighten this wig. So while I'm doing this, you'll see you just saw the before. I'm going to show you guys the after, the during and after. If you have questions while I'm doing this, just feel free to post in the comments. Alright. Oh, by the way, my magic potion. This is water and some of that trusty fabric softener. I think I do this like 3 parts water, 1 part fabric softener. You know, so about 75% water, 25% fabric softener. You don't want a whole lot of fabric softener in there because, again, you're going to have product buildup. So you don't want to worry about that. And the water is going to help you when it comes to straightening it. The flat iron I'm using is my good old Babyliss Nano Titanium. I put it on the 2nd setting. I do not turn it all the way up. That's a little bit too much for these wigs anyway. I don't even turn that thing all the way up for my hair. You think I'm going to do it for my wig? Girl, no. So we're just going to spray a little bit. Make it damp. Not going to soak it. Just make it damp. That might have been a little too much. So I'm going to brush some of it and then add it into that. So, now that I've done that, I can take a nice small parting. This is good. You don't have to do super small partings with this because Sapphire tends to listen to you, especially when you straighten them out. So, and to think about how much money I wasted. Somebody get my thing. But to think about how much money I wasted tossing these out just because they got a little frizz, not realizing, you know what, I can actually straighten them So when you do that, you're going to hear a little sizzle. That's fine. But then you'll smell the freshness of the fabric softener. We'll go through again. And you're going to be gentle with this. You'll slowly work your way down from the root. And kind of steam it to give it a new shape. Some people like to do the chase method with the comb. You can do that if you want. It's totally fine. Sometimes I do that. I think I might do it today. I'm going to show you how to do it. Can you grab that comb for me, assistant? Just need a comb. I'm going to keep going with the bottom though. And you know, you guys, we're just like hanging out at home. I'm not going to get all fancy dancy with my, all my professional stuff and doing these perfect partings and all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, most of you guys that are at home, you're not licensed cosmetologists. But it doesn't mean that you can't style your own wigs. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you can afford to take your wigs to a stylist, great. But sometimes you just want to do it yourself and kind of get through it. So, because I know for a long wig like this, I would typically charge 80 bucks. Missed a spot here because you can see it's still bent. Alright, so yeah, if you wanted to do the chase method, you simply take your comb, work your way through, following it down, 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 down. That way, you can also have the comb chase the flat iron. It is totally up to you, honey. You can do whatever you want. It's really hard to go wrong with this. Any comments or anything? I just want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Okay. Don't fight the hair. If there's a tangle, brush it out. And you don't have to be fancy with a comb to part a wig. Okay, just checking, just making sure. I love it. Forgive her, honey. She's not together. See? Do you see this gorgeous flow? And it's a nice natural sheen where it doesn't look fake and phony. This looks like, you know, natural, like real hair. My hair looks like this. So I love it. Very easy for me to blend my hair in with this. Am I going to show you guys that? Do y'all want a bonus? Y'all want to see me blend my hair in with this? I don't know. I didn't add to that. Because I had this one on, so. Can you guys believe these are the same wigs, though? Crazy, right? Because this... Nah, honey. And see, most people would have tossed this. But you can refresh them. Of course, a butterfly clip would be a lot easier. I just forgot to... That's the one thing I forgot before I started this live. So, I don't feel like pausing. Okay. Push through. Just make sure there's no major tangles. Good to go. Great. Spray. Okay. You'll just hear a nice sizzle. If it's doing the super sizzle, like that first patch that I did, you might have sprayed it a little bit too much, but it's totally fine because it will dry. And when it does, it's still going to be beautiful. So like I said, it's really hard to mess this up. Okay. The main way that you would ever mess this up is to have the heat on too high. But even if I were to have this on the highest setting, you'll kind of notice it's not giving you a smooth finish. It's starting to look a little, what's the word for it? It's not going to be uniform in how it's straight. Like, you see how this is, it looks like straight hair. But there's going to be parts of this where it almost looks melted. And you'll be like, oh, you know, and it'll get a little stringy and look melted. So you definitely don't want to do that. And that's why I just put it on the medium setting. And I believe, let me see, these settings are, the lowest is 340, the medium is 400, and the highest is 450. Most people I know do not need 450 at all. And I have dealt with all kinds of heads. I've been senior cosmetologist for, it's been 9 years. I've been a cosmetologist in general for 12, but I've been in the beauty industry for 20, it's going on 23 years, and we're talking anywhere from, you know, modeling to styling to makeup, to everything. Everything, honey. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to share with you guys, you know, 2018, I said I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to do a lot of great tutorials because I got a lot of love my first year here on YouTube with my first Sapphire video. Got over 10,000 views. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much, and especially to all of you who subscribed, because I took a long break and people just kept on showing up and kept on subscribing, and I'm like, I gotta give some love back because I really do appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. I will continue to give you guys regular videos. I'm gonna definitely post more often for 2018. I've got some really fun activities that I plan on doing. We're going to do a lash bash. I'm going to do something with eyebrows because I always get a lot of compliments on my eyebrows wherever I go. And I've done a few tutorials on here before, but I'm going to show you some other cool things, new products and things that I like. Testing out stuff I've never tried before. Just, you know, fun, cool stuff like that. And I'm bringing you guys along with me for the journey. Hello. Forgot to check, but it's cool. If you are going to do something to the wig wet, like you just saw me put the brush through, even though I just said don't brush it. If you're going to do that, be very light-handed, like just barely go through the wig, just to see if there's any major tangles in it before you put heat to it. Especially if you're going to do the chase method, because you don't want your comb to get stuck. Girl, be still. You're messing up my vibe here on this live. Stop that. Because sometimes you got to talk to your mannequin. I need to do a video on that. For all you cosmetology students, you're looking for somewhere online to learn a few pointers, get yourself ready for state board and things like that. I think I'll do a few videos about that too. I've done some in the past and I don't know if they're still listed. I can't remember. But anyway, she is starting to come to life. This hair is getting revived. I knew it. I had a feeling. Y'all see me over here with my salon look, my stylist look. We be like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. See that? All these tangles. Okay, stop. Now, when it comes to getting to the top of this particular wig and getting up here in the front, I'm going to show you something really cool that I like to do. It's just my own preference for my look. I got a really wide forehead. Y'all already know. It's not like I really needed to say that. But I like to have hair coming more towards my face. So I'm going to pay a little bit of extra attention to the top. Especially right up there in the fringe area. So I'll show you guys that in just a second. But yeah, I never like brush or comb my wigs when they're wet, when they're soaking wet. If they're slightly damp to dry, that's fine, but just wanted to clarify. Isn't that a world of difference from what y'all just saw when I first got started? Boom. She's so gorgeous. I love Sapphire so much. Okay. When you feel a tangle, do not fight the tangle. Find out where it is. Be gentle. Get it out. Okay. So now, Sapphire is basically straight. So when it comes to doing the front, it's going to depend on what, you know, what your preference is, what you like to do. So, here's one tip on a really natural looking straight look. First off, Sapphire is full lace. Oh, I thought there was a bend in there. That's just her face. But Sapphire is full lace, the whole lace, and so you can part her differently than the way that she came. However, I think the way that she came is perfection. So I like to have a slightly off-center part for myself, where I have my part slightly to the right. Maybe you don't want to do that. You can change it. That's fine. Maybe you don't want to part at all, and you kind of want to make it more just kind of flow over to one side or the other, or even go straight back. That's up to you. She comes with baby hair. So once you straighten it, you will need to keep that in mind, because you're going to have some pieces of hair that are going to be a little bit shorter than the rest, which to me just makes it a little bit more natural looking. So, what I was going to tell y'all, one of the things that makes hair look really natural and keeps your wig from looking all flat, where it's like, okay, nobody's hair looks like that, but it's got more of a flow to it, so it kind of looks like, you know, blowouty, even though it's super straight, is if you flat iron all the hair going towards the face, and then when you're done, you just finger comb it out of your face and off to the side. Gives you a little bit of lift from the roots. Very natural looking. Okay, so that's actually what I'm going to do now. I'm going to bring some of this hair more towards my face. So just bring it straight down. And when it comes to, you know, okay, Val, where is the part? Where should the part go? Like I said, it's really more your preference. You'll probably need to put the wig on the first few times that you do it to figure out where that is. For me, I kind of always know at this point because I've worn this wig for like 10 years. So we know each other very well. Okay, bring this. Can you guys see that? Because I'm just bringing it down. So even though there's a part, I'm bringing it down towards the face, all the way up to the crown area. So up until there, then I stop. Okay, so all of that's coming down, and when I'm done and I'm ready to brush this hair, you'll see the part looks just like my part does now, a little bit off to the right, and it'll actually look better than when you first got it out the box. Because when you first get out the box, the part is kind of short, even though you can make it longer. And then this is basically the only time that I have like real precision, is bringing it down like that. So let me check her. Did I put the part on the right side? Child, I'm sitting up here talking about doing this live and knowing what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, so this way when you do it, look at all that volume in there. Really good. Really, really good. And I do an off center, so that's actually too much. Boom. I just like that personally. I think that looks more natural. Some people do a whole lot of work. I've been looking around at other YouTube videos. Shout out to my favorite YouTuber on the planet, Sister with Real Hair. She's not even a hairstylist, but I love you. And I think about you, pray about you, just hoping everything's okay. But you know, I look around and I see all this work people do for them wigs. I'm like, look, if it doesn't look the way I want when I buy it fresh out the box, forget that. I do too much work on other people's hair. I'm done. I've done that for too long. So I just like her fresh. And yeah, you can bleach knots, and you can put on concealer and all that kind of stuff, but I really don't need to. I showed you guys in a previous video, what I do for that is I put on a light colored cap that matches my scalp. My scalp is naturally really light, so I buy a really light cap, then I put a black one over top just right here, so that when the wind blows and stuff like that, you don't see through it like you can right now, because I'm using a light colored cap only. You know, I don't want you to see the knots, so if I wear black and the wind blows, you don't see any of that anyway. Okay, so let's should I try her on? Do you guys want me to do that today? I don't know. Is my assistant checking stuff? What you doing? Okay. What do you think? Should I go ahead and put her on?
Somebody asked if you would recommend putting oil on synthetic hair.
No, you missed me earlier talking about that, but don't worry, I'll repeat. No. No, it would not. And like I said, it's because when you put oils and things on that, you have to remember, this is fabric. As much like hair as it looks, this is still fabric, and you want to treat it like fabric. So you wouldn't put oil on fabric, right? You wouldn't put it on silk and satin because you totally ruin it. What happens when you put oils on a synthetic wig is it beads up. Like you'll spray sheen on it, or you'll spray a shine spray, and it beads up all the way down the strand. So when you're out in public, when you're out in the sunlight, when you're out taking pictures and things, you've got this unnatural shine, you know. So I just like it to look natural, and you can see how much shine is in here, and it's a natural looking sheen, and it all came from the fabric softener. Boom, right? The only product I ever use on a synthetic wig, especially this one, especially on Sapphire, is that control wig spray. I'm gonna see if my assistant will run and grab it real quick, if she can find it for me, because I don't have it near me. But it's rare that I even use that anymore since I found my little secret here. So I mix 3 parts water with 1 part fabric softener. And again, the fabric softener that I buy does not smell like fabric softener. It really smells more like a conditioner. It's more fruity and tropical. That's what I like. So you can find what you like. Take the top off in the store. You know, test it out. Okay. So I think I will go ahead and try it on so you guys can see. But this is the exact same wig. I've been bad. I haven't braided my hair up because I had my hair straight these past couple of days. I need to take a couple of these pins out before I remove it. My wig cap is sliding and everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I don't have a mirror because I wasn't planning on doing this. But if you were to see my hair I actually cut all off not too long ago, and now I got all this. So you see that? Great. Okay. But normally I'll at least wrap it, but for right now we don't have time for that. I know y'all don't want to sit here watching me all day.
They asked if the wig is big head friendly.
Hmm?
They asked if the wig is big head friendly.
Yes. The wig is big head friendly. It is adjustable. You guys need to check out my other video that I did where I've got a lot more details about this one. But I'm telling y'all, I love this. I've been wearing it for 10 years. So I'm going to take this straight one. But you can see it's adjustable strap. And I've noticed for all these years, I've worn it on its tightest setting because I've got a small head, believe it or not. I don't know if the camera adds 10 pounds to your head. I don't know. But as my hair has been growing, straight or not, even braided up, I've had to start opening up those adjustments, those settings, and making it wider. So even when my hair is natural, because it's straight right now, but I have natural hair, my hair will be poofed up underneath, and I can still stretch this out. So yes. All right, so here we go. I just want to make sure it fits with how I like it to look. If you want it super duper bone straight, just brush it down. But I don't really do the super duper bone straight. I like a little volume, so. But yep, this is normally how I wear it when it's straight. And can you guys see that? My part's not perfect. I don't want that. Why is my part not perfect? Let's fix that. That's better. Okay. So now, if you wanted to have it straight down, bone straight, you could. But like I said, oh, I'm sorry, girl. I'm slapping you. Girl, move over. It's time for me to be in the spotlight, girl. Okay. So even though I flat ironed it forward, I did that to give myself volume. So I'm going to brush it back and give me more of a blowout look. And this is typically how I wear it. That's it. And with it having the fabric softener in there, it conditions the fibers. Because that's what these are. You got your fibers here. You can flow right through this. No matter what. Go right through it. If there's a section you feel like you missed, just go through it real quick with the iron. You're good to go. It's straight all the way down. And it's not blunt. I really don't like a blunt cut. Now, I'm really short. I'm 5'1", so this wig comes all the way down my back. But for most people, it comes maybe about right there. It comes a little bit past that for me. But this is actually my hair length goal. My hair is about here at this point because I just cut it. It was here. I cut it up here. And but my goal is to have it as long as this wig, and then nobody can tell when I got it on, when I don't. They still can't now. So what y'all think? Can y'all see everything? Get closer. We good? And that's it. This is how you straighten Sapphire. Now, I'm going to come back. I'm going to make sure I'm going to show you some other ways that I style this. I like to do Bantu knots on this because it looks totally different than doing Bantu knots on your own hair. I like to do flexi rods. I like to do magnetic rollers more than I like to do flexi rods because there's only one size that really works well for me when I'm doing that and I'm trying to get a 40s look. There's a video for that one already. But I'm going to show you how to do roller sets with these. Oh my gosh, you have a blast with Sapphire. Go get you one today, okay? And no, I do not get paid to talk about Sapphire. I just love it that much. But it only comes in your basic colors though. 1, 1B, 2, 4, and the only mixed color they have, as far as I know, is 1B30. So if your hair is not that shade, I'm sorry. Maybe we can find something similar. I don't know. But this is my babe. This is my favorite. So hopefully you guys got a little value from that. If you do, guess what? You know, another reason why I'm coming back, I'm doing more videos, is because I have more free time with what I'm doing from home. I'm making money from home and I don't have to do hair anymore. What? No more long hours, no more worries about getting varicose veins, no more aching back, shoulders, and neck. Hello, can I get a hello from a hairstylist out there? Y'all know what I'm talking about. No more carpal tunnel, none of that. I get to make money on autopilot while I get to do the things I love, like come out here and talk to you guys. So I am so excited about that. If you want to know more about that, comment below. I'll be sure to send you the info on what I do. But other than that, look forward to having me come back very soon. I haven't selected my schedule yet, but when I do, you guys will be the first to know. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, I can't do my snaps because that was a camera thing. I can't do it. Dang it. All right, I'm out of here. See y'all later.